Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bachelor Buzz News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Love is Blind Season 7 reunion was a contentious evening filled with arguments and unexpected revelations. On Wednesday, October 30th, Netflix unveiled the Season 7 reunion, which brought the entire cast, Tyler Francis, Ashley Adiancer, Garrett Josemans, Taylor Krause, Marissa George, Ramses Prashad, Stephen Richardson, Monica Davis, Tim Godby, Alexandra Bird, Nick Dorca, Hannah Giles, Brittany Wisniewski, and Leo Brody, back together to discuss all of the previous year's events as well as the drama that transpired during the season. Fans were finally able to get answers to all of their pressing questions with the assistance of co-hosts Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey, as well as some Love is Blind alumni, such as Jessica Batten McGrath from Season 1, Nancy Rodriguez from Season 3, Bliss Puriatizade Goitowski from Season 4, Zach Goitowski and Marshall Glaze from Season 4, and Amber Desiree A.D. Smith from Season 6. The truth about Tyler's sperm donor circumstances, the actual events of Tim and Alex's split, and the startling disclosure regarding Nick's reunion. The fact that Tyler and Ashley and Garrett and Taylor, the two couples who got married in the Season 7 finale, are still together a year later was immediately confirmed. According to Garrett and Taylor's individual update, they now reside in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Garrett's hometown, but they intend to relocate to Washington, D.C., shortly. The two were considering a future in San Diego with Taylor's family, so this may have surprised fans. However, Garrett found the journey to be too far, so they made a compromise by moving to the area where Taylor had resided for 5 years. When you get married you become a unit, and home is with Garrett, and I'm excited to figure out this next chapter with you, Taylor said to her husband. Although she recognized his potential first, Taylor said that her husband was solely responsible for his glow-up when Garrett and she discussed it. Garrett clarified, "I always had an interest in fashion." Tyler and Ashley also reported that their marriage is fulfilling. "This is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of love and it's worth risking anything," she said of her husband. "It's worth it all." Tyler added, "She has never failed to say I love you. Every day. This is the first time in my life that I have ever felt such a profound and unwavering love." Tyler first revealed to Ashley in Season 7 Episode 9 that he has 3 biological children as a result of donating sperm to a very close friend and her spouse. Tyler maintained that the kids didn't even know his appearance and that he didn't have a close contact with them. As pictures of Tyler and the kids spending Christmas morning in matching pajamas went viral online, along with claims that he owed money in child support and had left his kids to appear on the show, it was later revealed on social media that Tyler had a deeper relationship than he was admitting. Tyler clarified at the reunion that he did help a friend and her wife start a family, but that they later divorced, so he voluntarily stepped in to assist. "Those kids, that family, they did not sign up for this," he stated. "With a friend, I performed a role that grew really unstable. Although there isn't a set of rules for this, I do want to let people know that Ashley is aware of everything. I don't know anyone an explanation but my wife," he stated. Ashley also voiced her opinions and criticized others who believed she was totally ignorant of the circumstances. She explained that although they had discussed everything behind the scenes, Tyler had never wanted to bring up the subject on camera. "Who knows more about what's happening? Me or social media? It is insulting to my intelligence for others to suggest that she was unaware and caught off guard," she remarked. "Just so you know, he never wanted to discuss this on television. If we didn't talk about this, I simply didn't think it would be a genuine experience." Ashley even pointed out that Tyler purposefully misled his children about his appearance on video, joking that it was clear from that sequence in Episode 9. "You could tell, so of course, he divulged that information to me beforehand," she said. "With him growing up in a single-parent household, it was very hard for him to remove himself and not be involved. I know he is a good person who went in too deep and didn't know what to do next," she said. When discussing their painful breakup, Marissa broke down in tears and said that reliving the scene felt like my heart was breaking all over again. Ramses maintained that he didn't come into the experience wanting to devastate anyone or leave anyone heartbroken, and that he found the scene difficult to watch. However, he contended that their separation was due to the fact that he sensed a space in their energies. There was one day where it really hit home for me and I realized and recognized if I move forward with Marissa, every day I would be in a place where I would feel exhausted and overwhelmed, he said. I don't wish to alter her identity. She deserves a partner and affection that will completely accept her for who she is. I simply thought that someone couldn't be me. Vanessa, Marissa's vocal mother, also voiced her opinion, acknowledging that she wanted to punch Ramses in the throat after he broke up with her daughter. Vanessa later stated that Ramses did the right thing but ought to have been more forthright about his thoughts. I'm glad he called it off, she would have carried that relationship, Vanessa claimed. Vanessa informed Ramses, she thought you were it and you broke her. She was devastated, you didn't see that part, you got to walk away and cry like you were the one who was hurt. Ramses concluded their conversation by taking full accountability for not being more forthcoming about his feelings after Marissa brought up the fact that she never had a say in their relationship. Additionally, he addressed their chat about birth control and contraception, which he believed was misinterpreted. He acknowledged that he respected Marissa's decision not to employ oral conception and that they came to a mutually agreeable solution. I never tried to present Marissa with an ultimatum, he stated. It wasn't a situation where I was being whiny or bratty, or whatever the perception is. Nick and Hannah had an opportunity to reflect on their breakup, and Nick and Vanessa asked Hannah if she regretted anything she had said to him. Hannah just asserted that she has a blunt and very direct delivery style and said, the things that I said were all true, but it's just the way that you say it. In response, Nick said that I wouldn't have expected her to say anything less. He acknowledged that he was confused by many of her statements, accusing him of being disrespectful to her and asserting that he was not as intelligent or wealthy as she was. Hannah reiterated her response when pressed for clarification, stating, I'm just direct, that's inherently who I am. I'm just a bitch sometimes, I get it, I know, she joked. Hannah finally expressed regret to Nick, stating, I'm sorry I was so cruel to you. Hannah later asked Nick why he enjoyed the hate comments and the mean things people were posting about her on social media when he argued that she was receiving way too much hate online. She went on to describe how she discovered his notebook, which had his 90-day goals that were purportedly written 2 weeks prior to his departure for the pods, when she was packing away their belongings. He wanted to be in the best physical condition of his life, sell 2 houses, and become the most famous person ever on Love is Blind. Nick and Marissa had a violent disagreement about his plans to go on the show after this disclosure, which he said was written way before I knew I was gonna be on the show. Marissa even joined the debate to support Hannah. Nick, according to Hannah, was a very calculated person who seemed to be obsessed with fame. He even offered to fly a woman he was DMing to Los Angeles for the reunion and told strangers on the plane returning from Mexico that they were filming a television show. Hannah then brought up the fact that Nick wasn't completely honest about his feelings for her, claiming to have called her so perfect in front of the cameras while calling her a grenade and ugly in front of other cast members. Maybe you went in for the wrong reasons and he liked me and he wasn't expecting that, but be so fingy for real, that's not your reality, she stated to Nick. Other cast members, such as Marissa, Monica, Steven, Alex, and Ramses, supported Hannah and acknowledged that Nick did say the grenade remark behind her back, despite Nick's repeated denials. Former fiancés Brittany and Leo returned to the Love is Blind stage to talk about the end of their engagement and their experience on the program after a very unpleasant disclosure and a split that was not captured on camera after their vacation to Miami. Leo acknowledged that he was ridiculed for discussing money and his work as an art dealer, saying, I think I overcooked it a bit with the money talk. It wasn't until I viewed it again that I realized it. I wouldn't have led with that much if I could go back in time. In the pods, Leo was caught between Brittany and Hannah. He apologized to both of them, saying, I am someone that likes to have control, and I am trying to work on taking other people into consideration. Before acknowledging that he was delusional enough to call our breakup mutual, I got dumped, he told Hannah that he was extremely ashamed of the temper tantrum he had thrown in the pods. She made a joke about Brittany saying that she was hoping their reveal would never be shown because of how awkward it was. She also admitted that when the cameras stopped filming them, she wasn't surprised. I really, truly knew we were the weakest link, she stated. Steven explained that he suffers sleep apnea based on the results of his notorious sleep test at their reunion. But when asked what was in the texts that ended his engagement to Monica, Steven replied that he doesn't remember and quickly erased them. Additionally, he maintained that he only spoke to the woman that one day, after meeting her on Instagram years prior, and that he hasn't spoken to her since. Steven shut down and lost patience when Monica questioned his sincerity and his ability to be sincere in his apology. "Nobody wants to believe me, nobody wants to hear my side of the story," he stated. "I understand that I completely effed up. How much more responsibility do I have to take?" Monica also refuted the notion that their discussion of Steven's emotional infidelity in a previous relationship was a warning sign and denied wearing rose-colored glasses when she got to know him in the pods. "I never saw it coming, never in a million years," she stated. Although Alex and Tim had differing opinions about what happened, fans were unable to gain a definitive response regarding their split. However, they both firmly stated that there was no physical violence during their altercation in Mexico. Alex clarified that she wanted her space after the two had a verbal disagreement because she was having trouble comprehending her dad's admission to a recovery center weeks prior. Tim claimed that as their disagreement became louder and more heated, Alex covered his mouth with her hand. She was attempting to prevent cameras from capturing a moment, according to Alex, while Tim maintained that he was merely attempting to be a nice fiancé and thought her behavior was disrespectful. Alex further disclosed that she irritated Tim by calling him a little bitch during that altercation. The tension surrounding Alex's notorious nap was also worked out between the two. Alex clarified that she slept off after spending the entire day with his parents and before working as a bartender later that night. Tim, however, thought that she was being disrespectful by sleeping in front of his parents and said that he was getting nothing in turn. She countered, "It's always on your terms. It felt like this was a situation for you to have an out and you took it and ran with it." Even though Tim later acknowledged that he had doubts about it, Alex wondered why he would have asked her father for his approval. Alex accused Tim of telling bold-faced lies during their ongoing argument, but Vanessa and Nick stepped in and advised that they settle this off-camera. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.